white-hot division. It's that good at the moment. Two of Britain's and the world's best in Joshua Buatsi and this guy, Zach Parker, collide, hoping to get a shot at the winner of Benavides Yard. 3 weeks today, live on DAZN. Yeah, another fascinating top of the bill. Week in, week out, we've had them. It's been a great night so far. I cannot wait for this. The black trunks of Buatsi, the orange and black of Parker. If they're both, Darren, at their very best, we are in for a really high-skilled affair.
Yeah, for sure. With what's on the line, you know, we've said that the winner really pushes on to big things, so yeah, you'd expect them both to bring their A game. Both very, very good fighters. Zach Parker needs to be active with that lead hand, from whatever stance he's from. Does switch an awful lot, moves well. Buatsi, I'd like to see him aggressive. Don't wait too long, be the boss, as he's trying to do here. Aggressive on the front foot, look for that right hand.
Battle of the jabs early. Touch of blood to the nose of Zach Parker, who could just ill afford anything to go wrong. He's had the broken hand, he's had shoulder operations. If everything's flowing, Barry, I've always liked him.
You know,
All right, mate. Someone's put Barry on mute.
Have we got Barry?
Yeah, I'm back again now, boys, don't worry.
Okay, there you go.
I just said some great stuff, I can't repeat it though. I can't repeat it. It's the key to victory it was, actually. I mean, it's good to watch, I think, for me though, for Buatsi. You got to take away the confidence of Parker early, make him doubt himself very, very quickly in the fight. And by that, punch off his shots. When he throws a jab, you block it, you counter it really quickly.
What did he do well, and what did he do badly against Callum Smith for you, Darren?
I thought when he was proactive, he was busy, he was the boss, letting shots go. It was so effective, and he looked so dangerous. Sometimes he was just waiting too long. I think the amateur pedigree sometimes can take a natural instinct out of you. He was looking to counter sometimes, where I think sometimes you're better off just get busy, get doing what you're good at, natural aggression.
I can see the big smile of Callum Smith just the other side of the ring, watching intently with that uppercut from Zach Parker. Gum shield out of Buatsi. Michael Alexander hasn't seen it. No halt in the action. On we go.
Lovely uppercut and a hook there from Parker. Really clever work.
Always had the talent, Zach Parker. Can he put it together on his biggest night? Just shocked Buatsi there.
Right.
Virgil Hunter, former trainer, of course, of Andre Ward. What a double act they made, and Amir Khan spent time with him too. Joshua didn't get rid of his trainer after the loss to Callum Smith. So many fighters do, but he stuck with him. He went on retreats, Buatsi. He spent a great deal of time rebuilding through 2025, mentally and physically, I think, from the Callum Smith fight, and he's now looking for victory number 20 at the age of 32. The man from Croydon, in with Derbyshire's Zach Parker. 27 professional fights. He's been around a little bit longer than Buatsi, and he's had a stop-start career, but he's always had potential, real potential.
Yeah, we've seen some good variation in the work from Parker. Move in, he'll hold the centre of the ring every now and again. Let 3 shots go. Generally just working well behind the jab though, Barry.
He is, but when he throws that jab to the body, he doesn't really step behind it. So there's an invitation there for Buatsi to really sort of break it down and throw that right hand and turn into the shot. But he's not really falling for it, Buatsi, because he's himself sat on that back foot waiting for something clever to happen. It's better. So Parker, when he throws that double jab, certainly down the body, really bring that front foot in and commit to it.
It's almost like an audition, this, even at this stage of their careers, in front of George Warren at ringside. Buatsi's debut with Queensbury. Zach Parker looking to spoil the party. The pair exchanging in the second round. Who's getting the edge here?
Well, certainly for Buatsi, I mean, it's not the end of his career if he were to get a defeat, but how he's looked as a commodity is different. Two losses on the spin, and certainly against a lower level than Callum Smith at the minute. That's what you would see Zach Parker as. That's the truth. No, it would be a problem for his markability, that's for sure.
Barry, when he turned over those first few fights we saw him in Buatsi, he looked a star in the making, didn't he?
In the Olympics, the way that bronze medal, but the way he went about it, he looked like a natural professional. He really did. He looked like, and he was more aggressive, I thought, as an amateur. That's lovely. That's a little step before he threw that jab there. Buatsi, and thoughtful with it.
Nice movement from Buatsi, standing tall. He's got the height and reach advantages over Parker here, who switches. Has done that through his career. Not really a natural light heavyweight. He's sort of in between Zach Parker, but there's his jab.
He's boxing well, Parker, I think.
He is.
I think he's done the right thing as well, staying in the orthodox stance here. He was caught when he fought Tyrone Zoiga. Changing from orthodox to southpaw. He was caught with a right hand. He's staying a lot more disciplined at the start of this contest here.
Good work from Buatsi though with the jab. He finally sits down, Zach. Trainer Errol Johnson.
Good. Yeah. Beautiful round that.
One of the most popular figures on the British fight scene. He's been around forever.
Try and touch him round. Wow. Got me? Yeah. Good lad. Reed. He needs to start from the jab though, yeah? Don't leave it hanging there. It's got to be fast. It left the chin up twice. Don't do it again. Yeah. Okay? Look for them counters round the side with the backhand. Yeah, deep breath, come on. Touching that lovely body shot, touching up top.
That is the right advice there about what he's doing wrong, you know, like, and leaving that jab out a little bit, but Buatsi hasn't really capitalised on that, and certainly lifting that chin up, which again he's got away with, but it's good that Errol Johnson just reminded him to stay safe and be disciplined.
11 and a half years on, they meet again. April 2014. Buatsi outpointed Parker in the quarterfinals of the ABAs in Liverpool. We all know that Buatsi went on to Olympic bronze in Rio. And Parker, well, he looked to really build the professional career shortly after that. And he's done ever so well. 26 victories in his 27 fights. Started this one accomplished, bit nip and tuck at times, round a piece.
Yeah. Look, do you know what? I think working behind the jab is so important for Zach Parker, and I wouldn't go overreaching with that right hand. There was a moment ago he'd done exactly what he needs to do with that right, is let Buatsi walk forward and try and time him onto that shot. I think when you start reaching and getting greedy with that right hand, someone like Buatsi, who's so dangerous with his left hook, will eventually find the home for the shot.
Good work from Parker here, though. In and out at range. Just making Buatsi miss. And a nice body shot, too.
How quick he advances Buatsi when he lets his hands go, or lets a single shot go. The feet are really quick. He closes the gap. He just needs to take a little step either side of the body, that's all. And that won't allow Parker to react to him. He'll have to be defensive for a little bit longer. And then you can hold your feet and you get a bit of purchase in your second phase of attack.
Puts the hand out, Zach Parker. It's not accepted by Buatsi, who's straight down to business behind the jab.
you know there's a bit of psychology in that, Adam? That's almost like, let's be mates here tonight, and Buatsi done exactly the right thing and just ignored it.
Carl Parker with a good start though.
Yeah, I think so. I have him winning the first 2 rounds. There wasn't much happened in the first round, but I just thought that he maybe landed 1 or 2 cleaner punches. But it's clear to see, we haven't heard from Buatsi's corner yet, but I think they've told him to target the body. He's slipping outside Buatsi's right hand as it comes. And you can see that once they get close, I think the tactics from Parker's team has certainly been to tie him up and hold on a little bit. But so far, so good for Team Parker.
Yep, jab's always been good of Parker. Buatsi, intelligent and utilises the ring so well. Excellent IQs, the pair of them. Only 1 defeat apiece in, 47 fights. This is top-level stuff. WBO ranked number 3. Parker, Buatsi's number 6.
Just waiting too long here, Buatsi. Got to let his hands go.
But you can argue that's been a trait through his whole professional career. Just wait, even in these good wins, just waiting a little bit too long.
Manchester still going on, but Todd Grisham's in Orlando with what's coming up next.
Hope you're enjoying the fights. Todd Grisham here from the Sunshine State. We're in Orlando, Florida, getting ready for another Matchroom fight card, and this one headlined by Jordan Thompson. You remember him, lost in his last outing against Jaio Pitaya for the Cruiserweight Championship of the World. He's moving up to heavyweight to take on Linear Pero, the Cuban, who thinks with a win, he can get a world title shot next. That's the main event. Also being featured, it's Pat Brown. You know him, you love him from England. Eddie Hearn says he might be the #1 prospect in America. See if he can go 5-0 with his 5th straight knockout. That's coming up live next on DAZN. Here's the rest of your card from the Sunshine State.
The Sunshine State. Linear Pero, the unbeaten Cuban heavyweight, in with Jordan Thompson, one of the nicest guys in British boxing, and moves up to heavyweight after that cruiserweight defeat to Jaio Pitaya a while ago now. And I know Jordan's team well, and they really fancy their chances of causing the upset. We wish them well in Florida. Pat Brown too, what a prospect he is.
Yeah, he's a wrecking ball. He's an intelligent wrecking ball though. Definitely one to watch. So is this one here, heating up nicely. Zach Parker got into a groove, a rhythm, hasn't he, behind that lead hand, moving nicely.
Yeah, we all know the talent of Parker. Can he sustain it consistently? Didn't look great last time out. And Buatsi from that war with Callum Smith. And how will he come on from that? What would he have learned about himself?
Well, I think don't leave the ring knowing you could have done more. I think that's the thing. We know it's there. We know the talent's there. You know, watching Joshua Buatsi in the Olympics, there was this fire, this aggression that made him so exciting. It is there. We need to see it come out this evening.
Been beaten to the punch here, mind. Buatsi, I think, from Parker, just a little bit sharper with his work. Staying nice and low.
Good tactics from Team Parker so far. Just got to wake up a bit here, Joshua Buatsi. It's only a 10-rounder. And great work this from the man from Swaddling Coat in Derbyshire. Will all the talent come to fruition? He has fought for an interim version of the world title. Lovely body shot. This is really good from Zach Parker.
And variety here from Parker. You know, he's staying nice and low with the shots, and he's throwing in combination, then single shots to the body, always making Buatsi guess, and Buatsi just waiting again, way too long.
And at times, yeah, it stopped him working, hasn't it? That sort of variety in movement and shot selection.
I think he's already getting a bit frustrated here, Buatsi, as well. And look at Parker, how he ties up. It's pretty clever, but it's almost the way he does it. It's so quick. Anytime Buatsi gets close, he's literally on him, tied him up round the back to the point where it looks like he's a little bit frightened of getting nailed at all.
Great. Zach.
Michael Alexander just having a word with Zach Parker. Buatsi needing the room, but again gets nailed.
Solid jab though from Buatsi as well.
We know about Buatsi's jab. We know about his power. power too. 13 knockouts in the 19 wins. Good body shot, but Parker's proving a really tough test. I just felt beforehand, Darren, a fit Parker is a very dangerous
Well, I'll tell
fight
you
for
what,
Buatsi.
he's almost being out-talented, isn't he, right now, Buatsi, by Parker.
No more singles.
Listen to me. Step it up. Standing there waiting. Make it a long fight. You got it in you. Okay? Wear him down. Keep working on
He's boxing smart here, Parker. You know, hit the shots, keeping those legs active, and that good right hand over the top, and then trying to get on his bike, trying to stay nice and low, change the angle of his body, so making it hard for Buatsi just to hit a target clean and often.
10 seconds, corners. Seconds out. Round 5.
Joshua Buatsi, who turned over in July 2017, and a fanfare really cutting a swathe in those early days. Just flattened out a tad in his career. Needs a spark here at 32 and remind us of that talent, and can he put it together in front of his new promoters of Queensbury at the moment. Zach Parker boxing a really effective fight.
Yeah, there's no panic stations yet, because it's a 10-round fight, but also it is only a 10-round fight, it's not a 12-round fight, so you've got to start making an inroads here.
If I'm Buatsi's corner here, I'm starting to look at the referee, and he looks to me just trying to spoil it a little bit. The head's down far too much, pan up too much on the inside, and that's why Buatsi's getting frustrated.
There's Carl's card, giving everything to Parker. So far, so good for the Derbyshire team, and the 31-year-old boxing well, but Joshua Buatsi, we know what he can do. Just seems slightly out of his rhythm and a bit flat tonight.
But he's allowed Parker to get into his rhythm. Like we said at the start of the fight, it's very important for Buatsi to take the fight by the scruff of the neck and make Parker question himself. And he hasn't done that. He's allowed Parker to get into his rhythm. He's trying to walk him down, trying to make Parker work hard, which he is. But when you're working hard and winning rounds, mentally you're strong.
But you do it with more aggression, didn't you? You'd almost following Parker around the ring. If you want to mount pressure and you want to be aggressive on the front, but do it with more pace and more purpose.
Switch hitting Parker. Buatsi still trying to get his timing, his range, the rhythm that has given him the success. Virgil Hunter getting a bit more animated over in the blue corner as another body shot is tried by Parker, whose feet look good tonight.
And tactics have been good from Parker. Like Carl said about, he's holding a lot, but it's working for him. It's for a purpose. It's to not allow the natural strength of Buatsi to come into play.
Yeah, I mean, it is working for him. I just think that if you're in Buatsi's team, you're on the referee, and they haven't mentioned anything at all, I don't think.
Every time there's oohs and ahs from that red corner, they're living and breathing every moment of this. For Zach Parker, they know what he's had to suck up through his career with the shoulder operations and the hand injuries.
I just feel he's getting the first and the last say in the arguments. He'll start, he'll lead, and he'll avoid the shots coming back from Buatsi, and then he'll go again.
Well, the first half's all been Zach Parker, but then it was for Troy Jones earlier in the evening, and Liam Cameron came back at him. Buatsi and his team have work to do.
In the lead. Got me? Do not fucking go into shell now. Got me? Deep breath. He can't move his feet, son. Yeah? It's too slow. So that's all you've got to be. But don't start any pushing out. We don't want that. You got me?
Yeah.
Good lad.
Little slap from Errol.
Not at the same time, off the bank.
Saying he can't move his feet, they're too slow for Buatsi.
Inside, you've got to whack him one and get out. Not me, not nothing. He's there for the check, and that right hand shorten it over the top. Yeah, change your angles, deep breaths.
About the kids. About everything.
Yeah, come on. It's your time. Let's get back into it.
10 seconds.
He looks focused, doesn't he? Zach Parker has been sparring with Ben Whittaker. Everyone said he's
Seconds
looked
out.
razor sharp in the gym.
Round
And
6.
so far, so good, but a long way to go. And Joshua Buatsi has plenty of experience, both as amateur and as a professional. This is the 129th round of his pro career. And it's a really important night, this, for Joshua Buatsi.
But look at that, Buatsi came up with this round then. He went to throw a jab, throw a snappy left hook, was assertive, more confident, and bullish. Let's be honest, that's what he needs to be. I mean, that's what needs to be. His whole career was like about that. Just go out there, be forceful. You had a presence with tactical and technical ability to work it out as you're being aggressive. Parker's just got to stay disciplined now. Not start, no, with fatigue, you start to get a little fray at the edges, make little mistakes.
He switched to southpaw a moment ago. He took a right hand from Buatsi and he's done exactly the right thing. He just went back to orthodox. It's been working for you. Don't change it. That's a nice jab.
And a body shot again. He's tried that all night, Zach Parker. Speed's been good, angles, movement. Joshua Buatsi, who's promised so much early in his career, and he's now just sort of fighting for his future here. He knows that a world title shot should be in his locker with that quality he showed us in Rio as an amateur. As Barry said, what a terrific Olympics it was, and what a prospect he looked, but he's got to get it right altogether.
Been in patches as a pro. You know, that's why I think we get frustrated, because when he has let his hands go, he's looked brutal. He really has against Daniel Santos. I mean, the shot, the left hook that stunned him was incredible. Bolotnik's at the end. You know, there's been some really, really impressive endings to fights. It's just sometimes the start, the middle, until we get there.
There's been no box here tonight, that's for sure. Parker's boxing really clever. Okay, he might be holding a lot of times and spoiling when they get close, but that's just stopping Buatsi work, frustrating him, and from range, on the move quite often, he's doing the better work.
Yeah, I think if you get away with it, you continue to do it, and he hasn't been checked on it yet so far, so keep doing it. He's winning the rounds. It's not the most interesting fight, but everybody in this arena tonight has to have him well in front.
Yep, he's totally negated Joshua Buatsi. In and out, sticking to the game plan. Tactics spot on for Zach Parker, and this is really good work. Buatsi's running out of rounds. Let's get over to Dev, who's with Willie Hutchinson.
So many light heavyweights here, including the Hutch train. Willie Hutchinson, great to see you. I'm pretty sure I just saw you and Ezra Taylor pulled apart by security. What's going on?
Definitely, we nearly got into a bit of a tear-up a minute ago. But listen, I don't even know what he's going on about, to be honest with you. Where he's at in his career, I was there 7 years ago when I was 19-year-old. So, it's a meaning to it, end that there. I'm wanting the winner of Buatsi Parker. That's who I'm interested in.
Well, how are you seeing this fight right now, just quickly?
To be honest with you, I think it's terrible. The fight is no good to no one. I'm watching this fight, and I'm going to do this interview with you, Dev, and I'm going to head home. It's not for me. I'll get a phone call in the morning and tell me who won.
Great stuff. Great to see you as always, Willie.
God bless.
Willie Hutchinson, one of the great interviews after his win in Scotland a few weeks ago. And another fascinating one with Dev. He lost, of course, to Joshua Buatsi, like revenge, but it may be Zach Parker in the opposite corner. Willie's on his way home, Barry. You can't go yet.
I don't know, because it's intriguing here now, because Buatsi's got to do, he's got to pull out the bag here. He's got to really, really force Parker to make a mistake. And you can't just wait for it to know. You got to force it.
I think Buatsi was a little bit better in that last round. Whether it was enough to give him the round or not, I'm not sure. But I think there was signs of improvement. But still, he's well in front here.
It's the jab here for Buatsi. You got a good jab up, jab down, and throw that right hand. Start creating the spaces for the shot.
It's the movement again from Zach Parker. And Buatsi just trying to push him back behind the jab. Just needs, that's better, some success and just detracting Zach Parker, making a dent. Body shot was good from Buatsi.
Discipline's the word here. I think Zach Parker has to really remain disciplined for the remainder of this, and I think Buatsi needs to completely ignore discipline. Just get busy, let your hands go.
Good there
Good left hook.
with a good move of one and just spinning on the ropes. Just putting his spurs here, Parker. It's good. Constant movement with the feet, changing direction. So Buatsi can't really tie him down in the ropes in the corner when he needs him, when he wants him. And then doing this then, holding, tying up, and as Carl's been saying, it's on the referee to warn, not anyone else.
Exactly, he's frustrating Buatsi, but surely that's the corner have got to change something here.
Yeah, I think so. I just think Buatsi needs to maybe try and get the hands free a little bit quicker. Maybe even, it wouldn't be a bad idea once Parker holds on for Buatsi to have a look at the referee and say, I can't get my hands free, but look what's going on. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he's getting away with it. So continue to do it.
I don't think it's a case of even the corners having to change anything. I think it's more get behind your man, really start rallying them, into this contest. That Hunter's not really that kind of coach, is he?
Do you know what's happening here as well? If you see Zach Parker's dipping outside, when he's southpaw, he's going inside, but when he's orthodox, he's dipping outside Buatsi's hand. And I think if Buatsi, rather than throwing the jab, he feints the jab and brings it up the way a little bit, he might have success, but not a lot seems to be working here for him.
The body shot there though from Buatsi. He hasn't been able to slow the legs down, has he, Parker, at the minute?
The mobility of Zach Parker. Tactics. Just befuddling Joshua Buatsi. The ring for arguably the best fight card of 2025. Night of Champions lands in Riyadh. David Benavidez and Anthony Yarde, who these two have got an eye on. Headline a star-studded night. Look at that. Devin Haney, Brian Norman, Jesse Bam Rodriguez, Fernando Martinez, and Abdullah Mason against Sam Noakes. What a lineup, Barry Jones, and that's not just about Bam.
Well, it is really. I don't know why he's not on top of the bill. They're all good fights, aren't they? And they're all intriguing fights, because you think you've got a favourite, but the underdog is such a live underdog. Even Sam Noakes, Abdullah Mason might be the future of US boxing. But Sam Noakes is so physically strong, hits so hard, and is so confident that you can't write them off.
9 minutes for Joshua Buatsi to turn this fight around. We saw Lyndon Arthur coming from behind and a knockdown against Brad Ray to put it out the bag. What can Buatsi do here? How many rounds have the judges given the Croydon man? I don't think they could have given him many.
The importance of this final 9 minutes for both of these is huge. It is massive. A win here, it really does open so many opportunities for you. The loser, where do they go? Massive 9 minutes.
There's not enough urgency from Buatsi, and we're deep into the fight now, and I don't really know what's going on. There's not enough feints. There's no kind of step backs and try to make Parker fall short. It's just very, very easy to read, and maybe it's a case of Buatsi potentially being finished now. I don't want to say it, but that's what this performance looks like.
Carl, as much as we're obviously congratulating Zach Parker on the performance. And we've got to look at Joshua Buatsi and maybe what the Callum Smith fight has taken out of him.
Sorry, Cal, I interrupted you there. I apologise. I think this is Buatsi boxes this way. I think he is methodical in all his approach. I think that's been the biggest problem we've had with him. How good he's been, how good he can be. It always felt like he needed a rocket up his backside to get some urgency into his work. And I think it's more prevalent now. I thought with the Callum Smith defeat, he might have realised, listen, I can take these shots. I can fight at a higher pace. I can do it. Even in defeat, he showed so much of the things that he was lacking in other fights that he's won. But also, I think Parker, tactically, Carl has been brilliant.
Yeah, he has been. And he's really, really frustrating, Buatsi. You know what? It's actually getting a little bit... Look, Buatsi's getting annoyed. He's kind of pointing and gesturing towards Parker, but he's allowed himself to get frustrated because he's allowed Parker to impose these tactics, and it's actually getting easier now for Parker at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, and look, when you're in close here, if you're frustrated, really make it obvious that your opponent's grabbing. Oh, try and what? Show that you're being stopped from letting your hands go.
Better to the body from Buatsi. Needs more of that. Zach Parker has, just negated Buatsi. Look at that. I mean, that's just what's happened in the fight. He's never got set.
And we keep saying, we're talking about what we're not seeing from Buatsi, but we've got to, keep talking about what we're seeing from Parker. But he's boxing correctly against Buatsi.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
Stylistically, brilliant from Parker.
Constantly a moving target, Parker's been tonight. Never stayed still for more than 3 or 4 seconds.
Keep dogging him like that. Take your breath. You gotta keep it.
That's right. Release the right hand. You got the power there.
Wait too long. Wait too long. You gotta quit waiting. You gotta come alive. Everything is on the line. You gotta dog him, Josh. Keep working behind the jab. You see the jab is working. Okay? But look, Josh, when you push, straighten out, come by it. Don't reach for him. He's dog tired, that's why he's grabbing.
10 seconds, corners.
Go to that spot.
Seconds out. Round 9.
What do you make of the corner, Carl?
Do you know what I don't like? I don't like the fact that Virgil Hunter's not standing in front looking in the eyes of Joshua Buatsi. He's having to look out of the ring. Now, Virgil Hunter's a wise trainer, someone who's trained one of the fighters of a generation in Andre Ward, full of wisdom, but I just don't like that. I just really don't like it.
Right hand from Parker again. Buatsi has got to put his foot down on the pedal, let these combinations go, because he's being outboxed and confused by Zach Parker tonight. Virgil Hunter complaining again from the corner, but the referee allows it to go on.
More head movement as well from Buatsi. Look, we know he needs to get busy now, get in front of Parker and let your hands go, but when he's doing that and he's coming forward, he's a static target as far as the upper body movement's concerned. He's just getting picked off.
6 minutes in this, 5 minutes now, is a long time in the ring. You really, you never truly ever safe. But you've got to make the guy make a mistake. Buatsi's got to build more urgency in his work. Force Parker to make a silly mistake where he can make his power tell.
Stuck in the mud, Joshua Buatsi, although on the fan zone, they have it level. Explain, Darren.
I mean, I think he's missed with an awful lot, and the tempo's not been there. And I think through bigger portions of this fight, Parker's landed the cleaner shots, the more accurate shots. He's been the one that's stuck to a game plan.
Carl, have you got it?
I think I'd give Buatsi 1 round. It was a bit of a pity round, maybe. I'm not sure if he actually won it. He's doing okay in this round, but there's not enough urgency. there's not enough of anything really from Buatsi, and Parker's frustrating him, and he's at this stage. I mean, the fans will say it's different, but I have Parker and Maiden.
Look, the fans may be frustrated by the tactics of Parker, you know, nullifying the work, grabbing hold of Buatsi. They may be annoyed by what they're seeing, but he's just not, as you said, Cole, he's just not done enough of everything. You know, he's not landed nearly enough.
They've worked on a game plan brilliantly, Team Parker. And he's executed it. It might not be the prettiest, it might not be as exciting as the European title final, the other fights earlier on in the evening. But this is all about the W, the victory, to put yourself in contention for one of the big fights and a huge payday. And Zach Parker's doing just that.
You win this round with one, son. You got me?
Too fucking fast, that. He's fucking easy knockout. He's gonna come big.
He's going to have to. Got me? No free body shots, no free shots. Try and hold the centre, son. Yeah? Deep breaths.
Too fast, that.
Deep breaths, come on.
Well, they're right, aren't they? Buatsi needs a knockout.
The jabs off the angle. Not me, but the hooks, the left jab.
Not according to Vanzo.
Josh, as soon as they separate you, don't walk to him tall, walk to him down.
10 seconds, corners. Second down for the 10th and final round.
Final round of what's been a great light heavyweight showcase tonight. The vacant WBA international belt on the line here. Two of the world's best in Zach Parker and Joshua Buatsi, but one of them has got the tactics spot on tonight, and the other has struggled. Zach Parker, for us, has boxed almost the perfect fight. His body's held together, and Joshua Buatsi's got to find something from somewhere, and he's got 2.5 minutes. Cole, this is how you've got it.
Yeah, I mean, and that round that I gave to Buatsi, he could quite easily have given it to Parker. But I just feel like I don't like to be critical of referees at all, but Michael Alexander's letting Parker away with everything. But if you're allowed to get away with it, you continue to do it. But not to take away from Parker, I feel like I maybe have been a little bit, not critical of him, but talking about what Buatsi's not doing rather than what Parker is doing well. I think he's boxing out of his skin. Really, I didn't see this fight happening and playing out like this.
And that's quite important, because sometimes you can judge a fight on what you expect it to happen, and when it doesn't, you give the other fighter too much credit just because it's not going the way you thought it was going to go. Because we all thought Buatsi was going to win, it's quite comfortable. That's the truth of it. But Parker's been brilliant. His feet haven't stopped moving. He's been a hard target to hit clean consistently.
I've got to be honest, Barry, I didn't think Buatsi would win comfortable. I thought if Zach Parker's fit and the body holds up, he's good enough to beat him. And he's proved it tonight. I think the tactics, I think his fitness, I think his focus has been excellent, the mobility. Buatsi's been flat, and Zach Parker deserves all the props. A frustrating night for Joshua Buatsi at 32. Of course it's not the end, of course he can come back, but he needed a really sharp performance on this big stage, live on the zone. And Zach Parker's come up from Derbyshire and done what he's wanted to.
If he does lose this fight, come back at what level though? Will he want to do that?
Willie Hutchinson's back in his seat as well, boys, but he's sitting away. He's sitting out of sight, but he's here.
He hasn't gone home. Callum Smith one side of the ring, Willie Hutchinson the other. Watching their former opponent Joshua Buatsi for the most struggle. He's tried, he's committed, he's attempted to get the jab going. He's been out-thought, out-boxed, out-hustled tonight by Zach Parker, who's been absolutely brilliant. He raises his arms, he knows he's got it, and he should have won it by a wide margin on the cards. You don't know, it's unofficial. But I think that was the performance of his career, and it all held together for him against Joshua Buatsi, somebody who's always been destined for the top.
Look, we said discipline, didn't we? And that's exactly what he showed. Look, he boxed well, he really did. He boxed nicely, he boxed the way he should have boxed. It wasn't pretty at times, you know, grabbing hold and nullifying the work of Buatsi, but if you're not getting warned and you're getting away with it, keep doing it. You know, sometimes it's not about getting a pretty win, it's just getting the win, moving on, winner stays on.
Well, the team had worked it out, that's what they did, and their man went and executed it with his feet, his fast hands, his focus tonight, and despite the shoulder operations and all the problems, the body stuck together with sellotape, and you know a bit about that, Darren, held up.
Well, body, and I'll tell you now, if you're looking at body language in this ring, it says everything you need to know. Zach Parker in the team, they're thrilled. On the flip side, Buatsi looks disappointed, as does the team.
Yeah, it's a shame. Joshua Buatsi, such a talent, but the styles, well, it was all about Zach Parker for us. Unfinished business in a fortnight. Eubank Jr. and Ben 2 at Tottenham. The rivalry rekindled and reignited live exclusively on DAZN. Do not miss the build-up and the night itself. It should be, well, it will be fabulous. Fabulous display from Zach Parker. Effective, awkward, clever. Joshua Buatsi and his team, Duncan Ogilvie, I can see Virgil Hunter. Great people around him. Great guy, Joshua. But this team, Errol Johnson, well, he was right. 100% Zach Parker wins this fight. For us, he's won it wide. Thomas, do the judges agree?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Grzegorz Molenda scores it 95-95, even a draw.
Wow.
And both judges, Salvador Salva and Marcus McDonald, scored the same, 96-94, both for your winner by majority decision. And now the WBA International Light Heavyweight Champion, Joshua Buatsi.
I cannot believe that. I really can't. A draw and by 2 on 2 cards for Joshua Buatsi. I think we've seen a couple of strange